Hello, my name is Sharon Lovell and I'm the CEO of NYAS Cymru. It gives me great pleasure to be able to share with you a presentation of the impact of Project Unity here at NYAS. I will be covering some slides and then I will be handing over to my colleague in Wales, Nia Gwynfor, who's the Project Unity Coordinator. And then you will hear from Phoebe White, our National Policy and Influencing Manager. So what is Project Unity? Project Unity supports care experienced young women and girls navigating the care system and child protection proceedings in relation to their baby, child or children. I say we support girls as well because we have worked with girls in the care system as young as 11 who have been pregnant. Each young woman Project Unity supports is allocated a one-to-one project worker to provide person-centred support in an early intervention and prevention framework. Our aim is to fundamentally break the cycle of intergenerational care, reduce the number of babies going into the care system, and address issues of inequality for young women in care. Many of the young women we have spoken to have shared with us that because of their care status, they often feel discriminated against and stigmatised when they become pregnant. We believe that's a gender equality issue and want to change that here at NYAS. So the story and the history of Project Unity is that in 2017, we became increasingly concerned at the number of statutory advocacy cases we were having referrals for, where young women who were in the care system came to us and said they were pregnant and their babies were the subject to court proceedings. We wanted to do a line of inquiry on this, and we were delighted to receive funding from the tampon tax, which was administrated by the Department of Education in England, but given to Welsh Government to manage. We worked very closely with Welsh Government during this pilot, which took place in South Wales for 3 years. And together with Welsh Government, we were able to look at the cases and to review the impact. And based on that pilot, in 2020, our Welsh Government rolled out across the country funding for Unity to take place in every local authority. We've had that funding since that time, and in 2026, we're delighted to have that continuation of funding. And we've launched this year during International Women's Day week in the Senedd, which is our Welsh Parliament, a report called Her Story, which is a peer-led evaluation of the impact we have made to the lives of young women, girls and their babies. We now have evidence to tell us we have worked with over 700 young women and girls in the care system across Wales. And in 90% of these cases, their children have been the subject of child protection proceedings. We want to understand why these figures are so high. I shall now pass on to my colleague, Nia Gwynfor.
Hello, I'm Nia Gwynfor and I'm Project Coordinator for Project Unity. And I've been fortunate enough to work for Project Unity now for over 6 years. So Project Unity, we have supported numerous care experienced young women from local authorities from across Wales in court following giving birth. This includes emergency court hearings and virtual court hearings. These include cases where the mothers have been expected to attend court in person hours or days after a tough labour, even when on strong medication and on strong pain relief. We've supported these young women in emergency court hearings following a breakdown in mother and baby units due to unforeseen circumstances. For example, the baby being born early or later than expected, and then there were no spaces in those mother and baby units. Our project workers are often the only support these young women have, and they usually use our laptops to attend court virtually. We are there to support them both emotionally and physically. These are not isolated cases and happen far too regularly for Project Unity's liking. Our project workers are not legal advocates, and we currently only have a small number of staff who cover the whole of Wales, and therefore we are unable to support every young woman every day at every court hearing. So here is Holly, a young person's perspective. Holly has supported Project Unity and we have worked with her for a few years.
My worker's called Lisa and she's amazing. And there's Helen, who also works closely with us. She's one of the managers, and yeah, we go to all these groups with all the other mums that are care experienced, so we hear each other's stories. Lisa and Helen have helped me through like really tough times because I've been through quite a bit with social services being involved. And they support me with like meetings, they support me with day-to-day things, they support me with my daughter. Like even if I need to like wash my dishes, Lisa will sit with Ivy kind of thing. So yeah, they're really, really helpful and amazing people, and I'm so grateful for them because I don't think I'd still have Ivy if it wasn't for them, and I don't think I'd be as confident as I am now. They've helped with so many things, and to get the opportunity to come to events and say my story and to be with other mums that have gone through similar experiences is really amazing. So, yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Phoebe White, Policy and Influencing Manager at NYAS, and it's been so great to share with you during this presentation about our Project Unity work. We're really excited for all the work that we have going on across England and Wales over the next couple of years to continue our work with care experienced young women and girls and work to end this intergenerational cycle of care that we too often see. In Wales, we have received further funding from the National Lottery to continue developing our work in this space. With this funding, we're going to be creating systemic change for young women and girls across Wales, and this is going to be through wellbeing programmes that we'll be setting up and continuing to advance our research and policy work to look at why the numbers are so high for care experienced young women and girls who go on to have babies and then their interactions with children's social care. In England, we are continuing to look for funding opportunities to expand our successful Unity model into England later this year. We have then also been working with birth companions to launch a national inquiry into intergenerational cycles of care proceedings across England through the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Care Experienced Children and Young People. Our inquiry is going to focus on what's currently working well in policy and practice, what's not working well in policy and practice, and what needs to happen to create meaningful change for young women and girls and their babies together. In June this year, we're going to be launching a call for written evidence, which will be open till September, and then we will be hosting oral evidence sessions in Parliament at the end of this year, including a dedicated session on legal proceedings and the family court systems. We want to hear as much evidence from as many different professionals as possible, so please, if you have anything that you would like to share to help us shape our inquiry, please get in touch. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. If you have further questions about our work or about Project Unity, please visit our website or contact the emails below.